Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious and today we'll be going over some changes to the Year of the Seal event. Due to some oversights that were not caught on the alpha server, some changes had to be made. Before we get into this, I just want to say, please make sure you like and subscribe down below as it really does help out the channel a lot, and use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. It's the best way to support the channel, so I really appreciate you doing that. Without any further ado though, let's get started. Starting off today, we're in the Spider's Den for some pretty interesting changes related to the bouncy beach balls. Now, they pop whenever they hit cobwebs. This one's pretty important as an oversight was found, where if you stood underneath the cobwebs behind me and you placed the beach ball below you, it would get into the cobwebs and start falling incredibly slowly. This would allow you to bounce it on your head way quicker, get tons of stacks super easily, and then you could just let it fall whenever it hit 51, and that would get you the max amount of treats. Obviously, the admins didn't want that behavior to persist, so they got rid of it. They've also fixed bouncy beach balls awarding double the loot when coming into contact with a wall at the ground simultaneously. They've also fixed the bouncy beach balls not having a reward message when it lands in the void. This is a pretty funny oversight that was allowed to get into the game. I personally am not too upset with the fact that they fixed this. I used it a little bit, but frankly I didn't max out the update this way. It's just a funny, silly little thing that happens every once in a while with Skyblock updates, but some people are really mad about this, and I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration in the opposite direction. The event is not that bad to max out. It's a couple hours of work, and frankly the rewards aren't too major anyway. I understand some people being upset about like max XP taking a little bit too long. Maybe the admins could do some things related to that. Maybe a special bonus if you like get an extremely high amount of bounces on your head. Something like that would be nice, but generally I think the event is fine. Next up, we have a few other notable changes. These include the fact that they've added fishy treats to the event sack. They've reworked the title enchantment to give 2, 4, and 6% defense against sea creatures instead of doing damage reduction, and they've actually adjusted it since the update. They've made it 5, 10, and 15% defense, which should be about as good as what existed previously. They've also made it so that fishy treats actually go into sacks properly, and they fixed some treasure loot pools being incorrect, which, I guess was an issue at the beginning of the update. Lastly, I want to go over something pretty interesting related to the fact that we've gotten quite a few updates on the Skyblock 2024 recap already, and it's interesting to see where we're going next. With stuff like the experimentation table RNG meter, the year 400 celebration, and the year of the seal out, the next few updates seem to be things like the Great Glaciate Lake, the new Slayer content that they've been talking about, Project Iron Man W's, the 4th version of the Chocolate Factory, and also the foraging update. And I think a lot of those updates seem to be things that people may want more when compared to the last few updates that we've gotten. Well, maybe everything except Chocolate Factory v4. I, for one, would be extremely excited about new Slayer content, Great Glaciate Lake, and also obviously the foraging update, which is the biggest thing that literally everyone wants, but is perpetually 3 weeks away. I would love to hear what you guys think about this down below. What update do you hope comes next to Skyblock? Personally, I'm just wanting something major to sink my teeth into. It's been a while since we've gotten a truly huge piece of content. I know the Mountaintop was that for a lot of people, but I felt like it wasn't really the major piece of content like the Rift was, and that makes sense because, it's just 1/8 of that island. Once again, let me know what you think down below, and at the end of the day, my name's Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future, fellas. I'll see you then.